G'day everyone, welcome back. I'm back on deck. It's hard to get back into the swing of things. So first day back at work, really for me. It's the 20th of January. One thing I love about the Ram is it's a V8, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll see how the old petrol car goes, going around, the farm, everything like that. There was a couple comments on that on the last video, wondering, how you're going to go stubble wise, driving over things like that. We're going to find out. The ute is quite high, so it should be okay. And if I do a GVM on it, it'll lift it even higher. So yeah, we should be all right with that. Anyway. My plan today is to do gypsum. We'll see how we get on. We've got a few things to do. Now, I say my plan is to try and get some gypsum done. So Henry has been doing gypsum for the past week. He's been spreading away when he can. We've had a few harvest bans, a few hot days, things like that. The guys with the gypsum, they have got, I think, only about 2 days left of carting to do. So yeah, they're doing that. So one truck's on that, and one truck is now about to head off and go grab some sand, because we're while we got the trucks here, Brian wanted to get the sand carted and get that done for around my house. So for the landscaping. So it's 8:11 now. I've had four phone calls. I've been trying to get to work since 7:30. I've had 4 phone calls already that I've been on. So welcome back to work. But yeah, so sand is coming today. I'm going to try and get spreading, but before I get spreading, I need to go and grab the truck, which is at Henry's place with the water in it, because the horse's dam water tank is actually nearly empty, so I need to fill that up now because we've got a whole week of nearly 40-degree weather. So first up, I'm doing that. Second, try and go spreading, but at some point I need to obviously direct Jeff when he gets here on where to dump the sand, everything like that. So we'll see what happens. We will get spreading today. Oh, I've also got the kids today. The kids I'll have from, I think about 2 o'clock, something like that, because Rhiannon is going into town tonight. Now, if any of your guys out there that have got partners and they read all the books, now Fourth Wing is one of the series. Onyx Storm, the new book, comes out tonight, so she's going in tonight for the midnight release to go and get the book. So I've got the children. So I'll have them today and tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see how far we get, because today I do believe it's about to get to 39 degrees. I don't think there'll be a harvest ban or movement ban because we don't have the wind, which is good. So hopefully I can just get roaring and get through everything. So let's go get ourselves a truck. So I've just come down to the dam to grab this hose here. So this is our last dam with water in it. I'll have to do a video where I'll walk around, drive around and show you guys all of our dams and just how dry we are. So the one that I sucked out of, actually I didn't film that. So the one where the flex sand tanks are, where Henry brews up from in Esperance, that dam there is basically dry. So that was our backup dam. Our spray dam, our main one, our valley wall, which is at the sheds, that one's completely dry. Yeah. There's a few others that we could probably drive around and go and see that we haven't sucked from for quite a while. We haven't sucked from this one for quite a while. Now you can see this is a nice big dam, so this one should hold us for a little bit. But yeah, if we don't get rain, well, I suppose if we don't get rain, we don't get the weeds, but it's going to be quite interesting come seeding time if we don't get rain, because yeah, we're going to really struggle for water. But anyway, I need this hose, so I'm going to grab this hose and we'll get rolling. Just so you don't think I'm over exaggerating on how dire our water situation is, This is Henry's dam. So one issue, that solar pump out there, that's in the mud, so we're gonna have to climb in and get that out. Yeah, this is where we're at. It's hard. Like we're not a drought, but it is a drought. Like last year, I have to look up how much rain we had. I think it was 280 mils, something like that. But it was only small increments every single time. Never enough to run water into a dam. So, yeah, like we normally rely heavily on our summer rains where we get 100 mils, in January, Feb. But we haven't had that in, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years. We haven't had that sort of rain. Yeah, we really need a flood just to fill our dams back up, because we are fastly running out of water. Time to spread some gypsum. So Henry said that I'd probably have about 100 hectares left to go, so if that's correct, there should be about 100 tonnes sitting there. Now, just eyeballing that, I'd say there's probably a bit less than 100 tonne there, but yeah, we'll see how we go. So I got to load this thing up. I'll do that off camera, and then we'll get to spreading, and then I'll chat to you then. We are full, and I'll be able to tell you exactly how much I got in there in 1 second. 15 tonne right there. So my dog's good. So the reason that it takes so long to do gypsum, and more so lime, is that's 15 tonne, so that's only 15 hectares that I'm going to get spread. We got 1 tonne to the hectare of gypsum. A lot of people do go a lot higher. We don't see the need to. So yeah, we spread it 1 tonne per hectare, and we do it on all our canola country. So it's everything going to canola, and it's just basically as a maintenance rate, just to keep our soils healthy and alive and nutrient rich. This has got a lot of sulfur in it, which is really good for canola, so that's why we do it in front of canola. Canola will respond to it better. Yeah, anyway, we'll get out here, we'll find where Henry got to, and we'll start spreading. Right, let me get up to speed. You can see we got more dust coming out of the back now because we're starting a bit faster. Alright, hang on. Let's get up to speed. We sort of spread around 22, 23 k's. Right now we're at 22 and a half. And you can see that we're spreading quite happily along there. Now we spread at 12.2 metres, so we're on the header tram lines. So this is my run here, that was the previous, and then that one there will be my next. And yeah, as you can see, it does spread over the 12.2 metres, but that's how spreaders work. They, when we do our drop trays, which we haven't done yet, we will do them, but we spread it out over basically 3 runs, and you go up the outside, down the centre, up the outside, and then you get an accurate measure from there, and then you can adjust what you need to adjust from there. Now, Henry's been spreading, he's done 3 days of spreading by the look of this on the window, and he hasn't done drop trays. I told him not to bother about it because it just takes too much time when you're by yourself, because you need to go and set trays up, up there somewhere, and then drive this over it, and then collect everything, get it all together, check it all, and then do it again and again and again. And yeah, you really need 2 people, so we'll do it probably on Thursday. But yeah, it's slow going. Listen to a book, off you go, and yeah, keep on spreading. So we'll see how we go today. I did say that I'm going to have the kids out with me this afternoon, but it is 11 o'clock now, and we're already high 30s. We are predicted to get 240, so I don't know if I want to be spreading out here if it's going to be that hot. Tomorrow's meant to be 41, I think. The day after that, I think, is 38. So this whole week is just hot. But yeah, we'll just play it by ear and we'll see how we go. Hopefully we can get a fair bit done. But yeah, obviously I don't want to be reckless and be out here spreading. And you know, you can see there's a breeze, not a strong breeze, but you know, if a fire starts, it's going to go. And I really don't want that. So yeah, I'm going to turn my Bluetooth on now. Currently 7.4 hectares in, and our kilogram on the side of it is pretty close to that. We're out by about 100 kilos, which is not too bad. So when we're going along, we've got our speed here. We've got our that's our rate, so you can tell if it's going up or down. That's how many kilos have come out, and that's how many hectares like we're doing. And then down here is our current weight. So just sort of monitor that the whole time. The Bredel there has got scales on, so it's actively calibrating it as we're driving along. Henry's already gone, and there's a tub on the side there, and you fill that tub up and you get your weight out of that, and you plug it into the computer here, so it gives you a scale factor. So it's probably 1.18 or something like that he's put into the computer. So then it knows the bulk density of what the gypsum is. And then we open the back door. So the back door we've got open, and we've got the camera there so we can see the gypsum flying out. So that back door, I believe, is open to about it's either 160 or it's 250, somewhere around there. And the reason we've got a camera there is not so much, you know, with this, but you get, you know, rocks that come in and they can block it, and then you can see here, you know, that the gypsum's not moving. So we yeah, it's always just handy to have the camera there. And yeah, basically all you really need is a good audio book or a good podcast, because yeah, you do spend a lot of the time just sitting here driving up down and spreading away. So yeah, it's mainly what you do when you're sitting on this is just monitor to make sure that your hectares are matching your kilos. Make sure that the wind isn't getting too silly, so that you're spreading, you know, you are doing an even pattern out the back, and make sure you're not driving too recklessly, and keep on spreading, basically. Need 2 hands to do this. I do have the drone in the Ram, so I'll probably bust it out when we go into fill, and then yeah, see how we go with me driving and flying at the same time. Hopefully I don't crash into anything, but we'll get some drone footage for you. Not sure how well you would have been able to see on that drone footage of it just circling around, how the lumps would fall off that, but yeah, anyway, this is gypsum. So essentially it just looks like a salty dirt, essentially like a thick sand, like a very coarse sand, and as you can see we get rocks in it. So this is a gypsum rock, this isn't a rock. They do break up, but yeah, these little ones, well, that pulverised my hand. The little ones will get pulverised by the spinners. But yeah, these big ones, you'll see, again, I don't know if you could see it as it was coming off the screen, but these big rocks here all end up on the ground. And then that way they don't end up in there, because the problem is when it ends up in there is when it will block that back shoot up just there. And if it doesn't block that back shoot up and a big lump comes through, it comes onto the spinner, and then you can imagine those spinning at 550 RPM, and a big rock like that just dropping onto that would just, yeah, it cause a lot of damage. So that's why we put the grade on the top, because it's not graded sand, you know, it's not cleaned. So right, let's get spreading. Right, we're on to our third load for the day. So currently we've done 30 hectares, which is pretty much on par with how many tons I've been getting on board. And this one here, well, when I was stopped it's saying 14, and obviously we're moving 14.2 ton on board. So I'll go and spread this one out, and yeah, I'll check what my weather's doing, because it's fairly warm outside, and after this one I need to go back and get the kids or stay at home with the kids. So yes, I shall make that decision up, I guess, on my way back. I'll see what the temperature's doing, and I think this is going to load for us right now. So I need my Starlink on the roof, but I haven't got it. 37 at the moment, so we are really getting up there, and it's gone. Like I said, it's 10 to 1, so yeah, I'll probably finish this load, and that might be it for the day. But I've got the drone it's just there, so we will yeah, we'll see about chucking that up on this load.
The other night saw you glance your everlasting light. Met your eyes, razor sharp, cut right through the crowd. I don't even want to know your name. I just wanna keep you to myself. Stay with me or leave me be. I want you all too bad. We're strangers in the night. We're in a strange delight. Come with me and you will see. We are bound to be strangers in the night. Walk the walk, talk the talk, get me through the maze. Dazzled eyes shining bright, a never-ending space. I don't even want to know your name. I just wanna keep you to myself. Stay with me or leave me be. I want you all too bad. We're strangers in the night. We're in a strange delight. Come with me and you will see. We are bound to be.
So in that drone footage, you would have seen I put it next to the tractor, alongside basically, so you could see that the tractor was just sort of flat. It wasn't, you know, bouncing like this. At least I hope that's how it showed up on the computer, well, on the screen, whatever. I had someone message me on Instagram the other day asking, you know, why we use a big four-wheel drive tractor for spreading and not a front wheel assist. Now the reason was we had a 330 horsepower front wheel assist that used to be on this spreader. Now it was old, but it gone up again when I shouldn't have. But it just used to always, even with the ball, would just bounce and bounce and bounce. It was a nightmare. So this seat is quite high. That seat on that one came up to about here, the backrest that is, and it doesn't matter who was driving it, their back was just annihilated by the end of the day. It was just so horrible. Just the weight of the tractor, you know, you're putting all this weight forward onto the ball there, and the weight of the tractor, because it's right at the back of it and at the wheels, it just, I don't know. That's why we went for the four-wheel drive. One, it gives us an option for if we needed to do something else with it. We've got higher horsepower. This is 400 horsepower. It gives us more chance to tow out an air seater, things like that. If it's bogged, we're higher up, so I can see into the cage, well, not into it, but I can see on top of it. Couldn't do that with the other one. Same with chaser bins. When you're driving a chaser bin with this, you can see over the top of the chaser bin. So when you're reversing back into things like fill bins, things like that, you can actually see where you're going. Whereas on the other one, on the front wheel assist, you were too low and you couldn't. So you're much higher, you're more stable, you got more horsepower, and yeah, we're not spreading at 28 k's an hour, but 23 is enough for me, and you can see it's not too bouncy in here. Mainly that's the reason why we went for the big four-wheel drive, is stability, and it holds it very nicely, even when you can really pack the tons on that. I think the record someone's got in there is 17, and yeah, the tractor is still so strong and stable that it can just take the weight, and you're driving through the paddock, you got no issues. We've got the big tyres on it, so yeah, she's much calmer and easier to drive than a front wheel assist. And I believe it was around about the same price when we're doing quotes for this, comparing this to a front wheel assist. Obviously the front wheel assist would have been slightly cheaper as this is more horsepower, but yeah. Anyway, now we have got 6.4 tonne to go, and then that's it for this load. Now that is most likely going to be it for the day. It's crept up now, we're at 38 degrees. I don't have a fire unit in the paddock. You don't have to, but I'd feel more comfortable if I did with this sort of heat. So I'm definitely, this will be my last load, I reckon, and then yeah, we'll start again tomorrow morning and keep on rolling. So yeah, with that, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll start doing videos a bit more regularly now. They'll definitely 2 a week, I think, but maybe not the 3. So yeah, if you want to see that, subscribe, share to someone that you think likes this content, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.